What is up, Internet Land? Zachamus Prime, aka Zachamus Prime, here with another Transformers third-party review. Today, the figure we're taking a look at... Oh, I forgot his name entirely. Yeah, okay, I remembered his name. It's, so the Masterpiece version of this is Thor Gorilla, and I think they call the mini version just Mini Gorilla. Mini Thor would probably work too. I'll, on the video title, I'll put up whatever it says on this box. Full disclosure, by the way, if you catch a little bit of excess background noise today, it's because my cat does not like being alone. And if I go in here and make a review, then you'd hear the serenade, the song of her people in the background the entire time, which breaks my heart. So she's in my room making mischief. She is about 92.6% mischievum. And so, yeah. In fact, she's right now sitting underneath my desk, just getting into everything. One of these days, I'll have to do a video review of my cat. It's an idea. But anyhow, so Mini Gorilla. He is a gorilla and he is mini. So one of the things about the about this figure, of course, Predaking is a 5 combiner team, or a 5-member team. So you've got, I don't know all the names offhand, but the guys that form the legs and the guys that form the arms, and then one guy forms the chest and upper legs, and then they combine together, and then that's how you get your combiner guy. Like most third-party companies, they realize that, oh, hey, if we try to include the entire freaking legs of the robot into... If we try to have one guy make the entire torso and upper legs of a Gestalt, it's not going to work well proportionately, either for the Gestalt or the individual robot or that individual robot's alternate mode. And so they had the idea of, well, what if we just take the shorts and turn it into a completely new robot? And so thematically he works out. He turns into a gorilla, so he fits in with all the other beasts. And he looks pretty damn good. Now, of course, the large combiner team is an 8 or 9-member team, depending on how you slice that up. If you decide that the hand crab is actually its own team member. But this one is just doing 6, so. But yeah, let's take a look at his accessories real quick. He comes with this club thingamajig with a little spinny blade on it, all shinied up in this metallic red paint. What are you doing, cat? Hi. And silver accents on it and whatnot. This little individual moving bit inside. That must have been... I guess I see how they put that in now. I was going to say that must have been an interesting design requirement. But that will fit in either hand. I'll just plug it into his right hand there. He also comes with a gun. This is the... I don't know. Some of them have had unique molds. This one is unique so far. I know from looking into the future that this is a shared mold with another member, but that also fits in, molded in, or not molded, but painted that metallic black paint, and actually matches the paint job of him pretty dang well too. Silver paint apps on it, gold paint apps. It's actually really nice looking. As always, the visual appeal of these figures is phenomenal. They have wonderful tampo prints. They have wonderful paint apps. They have wonderful... it's all done super well and really clean. And I dig it. It's just a good looking team. I should pull the entire team out one of these, except I've still got them in animal modes. Which isn't to say that I haven't played with them in the months since I've gotten some of these that I've had for months or even more than a year. Just that As I play with them, I turn them back in the robot mode or animal mode when I'm done, because I know that's the next phase of the reviews. So, but anyway, let's talk about posability on this guy real quick. So his head is on a ball joint. It looks hella down, hella up. Quite a bit of waggle there. Rotates all the way around. You can see the like big old clear light piping on the back of his head. I haven't really like checked out how good the light piping works, because I am not the world's biggest fan of light piping. But let me just adjust my... It works kind of ish. Not very good. But like, it's not so dark that like, I mean, his eyes still have like color and whatnot. I still feel that painted eyes is better than light piped eyes, but whatever. I didn't make this figure, and I don't feel like going through the process of making that be painted or whatnot. His shoulders have got these big old shoulder pad things. They do have a hinge up here and a ball joint. And then on the shoulder, they've got a hinge joint and a hinge joint and like another hinge joint down here. And, but they will move up and out of the way to free up space for his arm. His arm is on a ball joint that will go out for the full tree pose. Go around as far as that little shoulder part will allow. You've got a bicep swivel here, double jointed elbow. A little bit of a joint here. This is for transformation, but you can use it for posing for sure. Rotation here at his wrist. He's got a waist rotation, very nice. Skirt armor moves up and out of the way a bit. Leg goes forward that much, backwards that much. This leg will, the kneecap unpegs, and that's how you get the full bend out of the knee. Actually, come to think of it. But that might move while you're dealing with it. He's got a thigh swivel here, and then his knee proper. It really only wants to bend a little bit. But if you detach this, you can get like a deeper bend. Just know that this is a little bit of a faked bend, because there's actually a couple different joints in here. This one here is for transformation, and the one that gets actually used for like leg posability has very little range on it. Like only like that much, which is frustrating, but I mean, I do like that you can fake it. I don't like that you have to fake it. Does that make sense? He's got some bend at the toe. Ankle is on a ball joint and a hinge joint on the ball joint. So you can get a fair amount of bend and tilt out of that. And yeah, that's about it for it. So transformation on this guy is really simple. Look at all that gold on him. Very nice. Transformation on this guy is actually really simple. What you want to do is you want to disconnect this backpack here. You'll see that it's on this little, it slides back and forth. You want to slide it all the way out. And then that will allow you to, I'll flip this up just to kind of keep this out of the way. You want to disconnect these skirt armors here. And then you can pull this out all the way. That'll allow you to pull out the gorilla head, turn this around, and then his head will fold in like so, and then you just kind of want to just tuck it out of the way like this. It doesn't really fold away because the combiner peg is hidden away in there. So you just want to fold it away like that much, and then bring this back to how it was before. Come on. Actually, I'm going to take and turn this head around before I transform it. That should give me a little bit more space there. That seems to work out pretty well. All right, so you've got these little bosses here. We'll plug into these slots here. It's not the firmest of connections, but it is a connection. And then you want to plug these panels back in there. You want to take and tuck your fingernail in and lift up this panel here. Fold in the hand. Close that panel. Fold out this hand. I like to rotate this and then rotate this. And then we're going to do the same with the other arm here. So open up this panel here. Fold in the hand. Close that panel. Fold out this wrist. Rotate this. Rotate this. One of the things that I want to point out real quick is that, so the sprue that connects this hand is on a mushroom peg, and basically the back of the hand and the mushroom peg, that's all one piece. And so it comes off on a plastic sprue, and the place where it comes off of that sprue is connected right to the side of that mushroom peg, which, by the way, if you're asking me, is a terrible place to put a sprue. If I were designing this, I would absolutely stick it on the flat end of that mushroom peg. But anyhow, I had sprue marks, nubbins on the on my mushroom pegs for both of these monkey hands. And so if you find yourself not able to rotate this wrist freely, and I feel I'm going to like throw out the biggest, take this with a grain of salt, because if you're having an issue with your figure, I can't tell from here in a video what your issue is. But for me, it was because of sprue marks on my mushroom peg, and I solved that by carefully but strongly rotating this in its socket until it all rotated freely. And that worked for me. So these pegs, by the way, don't really want to stay on very well. One of the things that I don't really care for on this, but you want to take these guys and move them up. You want to disconnect this knee here. Bring his leg back a bit and then bend it up on that transformation joint till these little pegs on the inside of his knee plug into these little tabs on his hip joint. And then you want to take this foot here, bend that toe, that'll help you out a little bit. Bring this all the way around, and then this will fold up like so, and then this you can fold out his monkey toes. And then we're going to do the same with the other leg. So flip out his knee, bend his leg back, fold it up on that transformation joint, tab this sort of into that. Flip the toe down, rotate this around, flip the toe all the way up, flip the monkey toes out. And that, as they say, is that. We're going to pose this. And then put his hands on the ground and aim him up like that. And there he is. He is a monkey. Monkey. And it's all right. It's not an amazing monkey, but it's not bad. I mean, it's a monkey kind of in the the vein of Optimus Primal, but like these shoulders kind of get in the way. I guess if you angle them in a certain way, it would have been nice for them, for some way for them to fold like out of the way entirely. Transformation is kind of simple, but you know, it's not bad. It's effective. Whenever I get to one of these Monkee formers, you know, and Optimus Primal is very much the same way, I feel like, actually looking at these toes, I did it wrong, didn't I? Do I rotate this around first? And then rotate this around? And then do the thing? That doesn't seem to yield as good of a result, though, does it? Or at least somewhere between not nearly as good to indistinguishably the same. Ah, well, we'll go with it. We'll swing that. So maybe you got to flip the waist around. I don't know. I don't actually have the instructions in front of me. I did look at them this time. Miracle of miracles. But as I was saying, the thing that gets me about a lot of these Monkee formers is that, you know, you get a transformer and it like transforms and everything shifts around. Cat, what the F are you doing? Everything shifts around. Well, now it's turns from an airplane into a robot, et cetera, whatever. But like with these Monkee formers, I feel like they just take the arm transforms into an arm, and the leg transforms into a leg, and the chest transforms into a chest. And it's like, have we really moved anything around? How much of a transformer is this really? But anyhow, in terms of articulation of this guy in his gorilla mode, his head is on a hinge and a ball joint. So you can move that hinge up. It doesn't, I mean, you could say break the sculpt, but like, does it really? Does it really? Does it really? I mean, the sculpt isn't exactly like pristine to begin with, is what I'm getting at. He does have opening mouth with teeth. That's a thing. That's definitely a thing. Opening mouth with teeth. That's cool, actually. I'll get behind that. Same ball joints, same wrist swivel, same double jointed elbow. He has a wrist swivel at the monkey hand, a ball joint and hinge at the thumb, and all four fingers are just one thing. So he can throw you the old thumbs up. He'd be like, yeah! Again, he's got a waist swivel. He's got the same leg joints, more or less. Strictly speaking, you're supposed to plug this into there, though I will state for the record that with this waist turned around, there's not really much space in here, and so they don't really plug. And they, even on the best of circumstances, those pegs are really, really shallow, and so they don't stay. So, yeah, there we go. All in all, this dude's all right. He's not exactly the strongest member of this team, but he gets the job done. And on that ground, I can give them. What the F are you doing, cat? I will kick you out. On that note, it does its job. It's doing its job. But I can give him a recommendation, especially since if you're wanting to collect the entire team, of course you'll need this guy anyhow, whether I recommend him or not. As a standalone figure, I think he's all right. But Anyhow, that's it. That's all I've got for today. Everybody, thanks for watching. You guys are fantastic. Everybody stay awesome and be good to each other. See ya.